hurry up. Your dinner's getting cold.
We're here.
Man.
We're here.
All right, audio's good.
Good. Okay.
Good.
Yay! We did it.
I know.
First time.
Always gotta double check that audio.
Right.
Just in
Jeez.
case.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, good evening, agents, civilians, and ambassadors. Welcome to You Heard It From Us Live. I'm Eguile.
And I'm DNDWife, your favorite nerdy couple diving deep into the drama, the lore, and the chaos from the Harvest PvE server.
Season 9 has ended in flames, literally, and now the agency is in shambles. New leadership, old grudges, and a whole lot of finger pointing at the end of this season.
Oh, yeah. So buckle up because tonight we're spilling secrets, sharing your stories, and maybe naming names. Let's get into it.
Of course, the ad break has to cut right into it to begin with, as
course.
it always goes. So essentially, Season 9 is over. We've been talking about it now for what we thought would be for a lot longer, and 6 weeks came and went
so quickly.
Yeah, I think this season was a very interesting one because I think there was a big change in not only just the server and how the server reacts with each other, but also the agency itself.
Yep. There were so many changes, turmoil from within, and then there was also the turmoil going on in the server as well. There was just a lot that happened this season that I don't know. It's made it a very interesting one for sure. Akiwi says, I will ask, do you guys sip all of this out from your head, or do you have a script?
No script.
No script.
We have a script for the intro, so that way we have a nice little razzmatazz. But everything else is just us. We just kind of have an idea. We kind of discuss. We discuss kind of what we feel like happened the most in the week, and we just kind of go from there. So it always is off the cuff, and that's on all the shows. None of our shows are scripted.
Nope.
Besides the intros,
we have like a theme or an idea, but that's like about it. Yeah.
No script. But yeah, I mean, I think what really sucks is I think the thing that like really kind of is the poignant message is like the mid-season crash or like I think like I love that like as Frank calls it, the Thanos snap.
Yep.
Right, and I think that like it put enough of an issue on the server once again because it was like, oh crap, here we go again. And it really killed, I think, a lot of the momentum. And so, I think when we got to those last few days leading to the last stand, it was tough. It was very much like I was only logging in for a couple hours to like help some players.
Yeah, if that.
Finishing up some last things, and then after that it was just okay. I parked my stuff at the museum and I got ready for the last stand.
Yep. And it was just it felt like even the prep went by too quickly.
I get graduation goggles towards the end of every season. Like last one, it was bad. This one was bad too. You just kind of like, you're like turning the lights off and you're just like, all right,
goodbye room.
I'm not going to be here again. See you guys later.
Goodbye building.
But as an update, we were able to blueprint a large portion of the faction HQ. So we will have the barracks, the shop, and the community center all back to place somewhere tentatively.
Yeah.
We'll get into more details here in a little bit on that one. But we want to go, most importantly, is talk about the last stand. That was interesting. So
that was awful.
I don't know about everybody else. I watched pretty much all of them as they occurred, and it was kind of crazy because there was a menagerie of different kinds of last stands. Right, we had
so many outcomes.
We had the Guru one that happened in server, and just kind of while the server was running, and just they started throwing stuff at them.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
But I think the coolest thing was. Let's see. Hang on here. That's the one we got to respond to. It's like in my last few days, it kind of went on for 20 minutes and nobody else was on, so I lost interest. I understand also time zone conflicts, but I feel like after the Thanos snap, Dilly killed the morale all around.
Yeah.
Yes. I know for a fact, Bake pretty much was like, yeah, we're done. Like Book, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because they were like, all right,
names.
At this point we lost so much. We have everything. Sure, we have everything and we're ready to go. But at this point, it doesn't feel like it's your own stuff. I kind of felt the same way. Randu Kandu kind of had mentioned, it's like when you get your stuff back, right? But then when you look at your inventory and it's just like, oh, here's 20 M16s, hundreds of rounds, all neatly organized,
perfectly done,
perfectly conditioned,
all loaded.
It just looks like all you did was, have the mod give you a bunch of items. And it doesn't look like the chaos sortedness. What's up, Deadlogs? But yeah, you don't have like it all sorted for you. It really threw off that. I mean, I instantly felt the energy leave the server.
Yep, immediately.
And so it was really hopeful, right? When we got to the last stand, that there was going to be this like change of camaraderie of like, because that's really what the last stand always is, right? It's not necessarily the factions, but the entirety of the server working together.
Yeah.
And of course, I'd say, when we watched EU do theirs, and they had a rough time at it.
A really rough time.
I think only a few EU players at the end of the day got out.
Yeah.
And then what we saw was originally the Sunday second slot was like packed.
Yep.
It was supposed to be
it
like
was
40
more than
max,
full.
and it was like 68 had like signed up.
Yeah. So it was rough.
Because of that, everyone started to switch off and change to different days. So we had most of the major factions decide to go on their own days. They got to have their last stands.
They were crazy.
Some of our agents got to as well.
Yep.
As they had different time commitments and stuff, so they had to go earlier than us.
Yeah.
And we got to watch them succeed and some fail. And it was really interesting to get to do that. Now, when we came to our time,
we were ready.
Yeah.
We were there. We were excited, logged in.
And it was a little worrisome because the idea was, okay, we were going to have 40. So it was like, we're going to have a big mob. It was not 40. We had maybe 12.
15?
Yeah, 15, 16.
If we counted the Mons.
Right. So definitely had a shorter turnout.
Yeah.
But then the other thought was, okay, well, as Rakito was telling us, well, this is a good thing.
Yeah, there's less of you.
Now there's less of you. You're going to, the server probably won't chug very bad.
Yeah, easier time.
And we'll be able to do it. But
also
then,
less zombies per person.
But then as we were logging in, shit was like happening. Like we all kept getting like kicked every so often.
We all left the parking lot in our cars.
No, this is before even that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Remember, we were getting kicked during the first hour.
That's right.
It's not even about like I'm saying like
we'd gotten out.
We were already
eventually
starting to have issues with the server not like really starting for us to then having full-blown collapse. Like we didn't even get right. So we didn't even get to at all, right? And like as D&D was saying, we eventually got what you're saying 40 feet.
I got down the road a little bit, and then I got black boxed.
Yeah, I got to the Gastown parking lot from the museum.
That's further than I got.
And Frank and Kiwi, unfortunately, were like stuck by zombies when they got DC'd. So we don't even know where we are at this point. And so essentially, the whole thing crashed, and Rakito and everyone else had to eventually call it, which for some of us who, take days off or try to, finagle the ability to do this, that blows.
Yeah. You took the day off, and that was a big deal because that's sick days. That's a lot, it's like gold.
Well, I mean, right. And plus we look forward to this. I know you were excited.
Huge.
You were trying to double your title. I mean, you have a title to reclaim.
I have a standing title, and because this one was different, I really wanted to try it out and see if we could succeed and survive where a lot of the other server slots didn't. And so, I wanted to test our ability to fight, our ability to coordinate, because that seemed to be the most important part of the last stand. And we didn't get to do any of that. And then I like was able to log back in after I got kicked. But my car was like back at the like parking lot, and I was down the road, so I had to walk my happy butt over back to where my car was, on top of getting kicked on the way every single time as I was going. So
I never got back in.
It was horrible.
I never got back in.
No.
I kept trying to load the damn thing, and it just wouldn't. So right now, as we're looking at it, as this is recording, Kiwi, there really isn't anything in the works specifically, which is what kind of sucks at this moment. In that Rakito has mentioned, we would have to figure out a reschedule, and I know Boobam has
Put
kind
up
of
a
posted
poll.
people, and everyone said they want to reschedule. I think
Yeah.
16 people voted to reschedule. Probably some people who weren't even in there did, but it. I myself, unless it's Sunday again, I'm kind of out of luck because of the way I have the schedule, and I just can't take another day off like that. So hopefully it would be like the same time Sunday. I could go a little earlier. I think D&D could.
I could go a little
Pretty
earlier
much
on Sunday.
Any time Sunday for our time zone would work. Yeah, I don't know. So from what I understand and what I've been told, now of course, the rumor mill, but from what I understand, our stuff has been saved. So like that
in a separate
stage
file
of the server has been saved, so it can be reloaded, as I've been told.
Yeah.
Because the test server is its own separate thing that they use to do all the new maps and stuff. So there is, because they're opening up today, so I definitely start checking it out, because that's where you're gonna start seeing these new maps. And they already took out Trelai, which I'm already excited for.
So excited. That was congested as hell. I hated that.
And they added the amusement park, and I want to check that one out.
Yeah, me too.
So definitely, after this show, go check it out and see which maps you like to. Make sure you vote.
Yeah.
But yeah, for right now, we don't know for sure, which I think is the kind of the shittiest thing at the moment. Some people are like, we instant won. Yeah, Trelai is gone in the test server. It's gone.
It's on the test server, so that doesn't mean it's permanent or that it won't be here in season 10, but nobody likes Trelai.
Gross.
It's horrible.
It's too packed. It's just
the worst city ever.
It's a Euro city. The roads are all wrong.
It's just wrong.
Give it to the European server can have it.
It's like there's a reason why all the people in that city are gone, and that's because they couldn't get out.
But yeah, so for me, it's not about winning or losing, because obviously I lost the last one, but it's more of the fact of like, I just want to have the experience. We were set, we were ready to go, and for it to freaking like not happen at all, and then and I understand, like, it's completely out of their hands. There's no way they had any way of knowing that was going to happen.
Yeah, they couldn't have, and it seemed like the corruption had been happening over a while, and it just got worse and worse as more information and all the last stands had been going. So we were just the straw that broke the camel's back at that point. It wasn't necessarily us.
You don't see my boom handle.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, and from what we've learned, I think Kiwi, you and Frank have kind of gotten the details of that. It was like the Menlos tiles or
Melos tiles. Yeah,
so it's something much deeper that's obviously going to be a bigger problem down the road, because I think we're not the only server that is suffering from this problem.
Yeah, there have been a few others.
I think you guys have been on another server that's having its own issues, whether it's a DDoS or whether it's more of this, corrupted files.
Yeah.
But for me, it really, really sucks, because it really definitely changes kind of the end of the season that was already kind of blotted with issues.
Yeah, right. It's already a bummer season, and then we have to have this happen. It just kind of feels like it's all piling on. So Kiwi says, I'm really bummed out that my first last stand session got farted on. And right, for those of you who it was their first last stand, and you weren't able to experience it, that does kind of suck. And even if we are to reschedule and do that, it just won't feel the same. Yep, you got affected by Melos as well. Yeah, so see, there's other servers out there.
Yeah,
they're having to do an entire server wipe and new season. Damn.
That's when brutal. I saw you guys doing that chat, that just shows like we, if anything, we really lucked out in the regards of that. This was the end of our server when this happened.
Yeah,
imagine
it was terrible.
Imagine, if this was, say, like, week 3 into the season, that could have changed a lot of people's opinions of the Harvest server.
Yeah, that might have lost us some veterans and some important people.
And honestly, speaking of reputations, we have to keep an eye out on what we do, how we interact in the server, and kind of everything, because it's obvious that people are watching.
Yeah.
And some things can happen. So if you haven't heard, first off, we have, unfortunately, Louis G towards the end of this, right there at the end of the season, be accused of duping.
Yep.
M6,
right in our base while we were there.
Magazines and pouches and stuff, which ended up being a server error, right?
Yep.
Ended up being when the server crashed and it reset, and it just happened to double up his items. Obviously, we all know Luigi. Not really something he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and so he
Yep.
actually had some of those items removed more so than what was actually duped. So that kind of has, kind of sucks because a lot of that work that he put into,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he
spent
kind
a
of
whole day
yeah, he
crafting.
scrapped all of his materials, all of his metals, so that way he could give us as many bullets and as much of a chance to survive as possible.
Yeah.
Which is always, we're very grateful, Luigi. Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
But yeah,
And that's not the only person who got affected.
no, right. And then we also had Damocles. So during his last stand event, he did manage to be extracted, but then was told that his status as a victor was in question because he was suspected of using a unlimited ammo mod or cheat or exploit.
Yeah.
Again, we were able to, talk to the mods, figure it out, and honestly, they didn't really have any proof. They didn't really have definitive proof to show him. Zomboids. Well, when you're playing a game that's not meant to be multiplayer of 100 players, it happens.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this comes with a few words of advice. One, if you have the ability to record your games.
Yep, always.
A lot of these softwares run in the background. OBS is a great one that you can use.
It doesn't take up too much.
Very limited processing power. You can just record, no streaming, nothing like that.
Yep.
But it will allow you kind of like a secondhand accounting. Because one, it's not the mod's fault as well. We are not being targeted, guys.
Not necessarily.
I want to make sure that everyone understands that because I know Kiwi, we had an issue when we were playing with The Last Stand, just because of the nature of what happens with what the server interprets.
Yeah.
Right. So they have this big list that says, okay, what's
log.
happening, what's going on, that raises red flags.
Yeah.
Now, it's a little crazy for them to have such a knee-jerk reaction to go ahead and just suddenly say, all right, this is boom, you were duping, boom, you were using an exploit.
Yeah.
Which is disheartening because Damocles himself was pretty upset at the fact of, hey, here he is as a new player trying his best, and to be accused of essentially cheating and not really be given a chance to either say your case or be shown, your evidence or whatnot.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
And this was after the fact, right? He had already been extracted when this question got brought up. If it had been brought up during the Last Stand and one of the mods had been like, "Hey, I see you have unlimited ammo or something," that's a different thing. Then that's like caught in real time. You're red-handed, But also, the mods should be recording as they're modding, in my opinion, because that's how you get the evidence for that stuff, right?
Now, I
Or can they
understand where
not?
you're going. It's just, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that when they're on the stage and they're streaming and they're running a lot of other programs.
Oh, that can be tough.
I think there's maybe either not enough processing or it might record things that aren't supposed to be recorded. So I do get some
that's
of...
understandable.
I get some of the... But the idea is that if you're protecting yourself, if you have a record for yourself, and this goes things with like screenshotting your inventory from time to time, just so you have a record of it.
Yep.
But really, that's kind of an idea, and it is just the online community, right, guys? Like, I would rather have them be on a more, shoot first, ask questions later in a style of game like this than to be so lax that then everyone just does it and you just kind of play the luck of the draw if you get caught.
That is true because there are other servers where they're not as, banhammery on it and it does get exploited to a point where it kills the entire server.
Yeah, and that's the thing I always worry about, right? It's going to be like, okay, cool, but then, at what point do we just go, hey, it happens? But the thing is we're the agency, right?
Yep.
So we keep our records. So that's what a lot of it came down to. Was also the big thing was the community came together.
Yeah.
They stood with Damocles. No one was being like, oh, this guy get up. No, people were like, no, that's bullshit. Hey, let's figure out what we can do. Let's find a way to come together and solve this problem, which is what I love about the Harvest servers. That's like the big important thing too to focus on.
And I think it speaks to like the level of stress that surrounds the Last Stand because, right, we're all thinking now after the fact that it was this crazy knee-jerk reaction from the mods and oh my god, how dare they. But in the moment when everything's going nuts and you're so worried about that particular like issue that's a big deal during something that requires ammo to win, then it doesn't seem like such a big crazy reaction. It's just them doing their jobs.
Right.
And so I think we also need to like give it a little leeway as to the circumstances, as to where things were and how high tensions were running at the time. We're not the only ones, right, that were stressing out. It's the mods too, because they want us to have a good time.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, no matter what, all of these are just accusations.
True.
No one's actually been punished. Damocles has been given his rightful title as survivor.
And will have his full monument in the next season.
So everything at this point, minus anyone on Sunday, are where they need to be.
Has been fixed. And
so hopefully, and we'll try to keep up and keep the updates coming when we hear it. I've been trying to keep an eye on the Discord for the last stand time, and hopefully something we'll hear. And like I said, hopefully it's Sunday. I don't care.
Hopefully we can live stream it.
I don't care when Sunday, as long as it's Sunday, because I do have that day off. So if it's not on Sunday, then good luck, guys, because I'm not going to be there.
It's going to be tough. So we hope
so hopefully
Sunday.
that works for most people. It does look like a lot of people are agreeing that. So if you haven't already, please hop over there. Let them know if that's a good time for you, because once all of us have done that, we'll at least know, and Rakita will have no choice.
That's true. So Sunday. Come on.
So speaking of, you can only do a Sunday. Okay, perfect.
It's tough, right?
See, I mean, I think we might be okay, generally speaking, with most people that this Sunday. I did see one of the guys saying it had to be Friday, but
that's tough. If we're all vocal about it, then we'll be able to finalize this and get it set up immediately. So because I don't think you can do the next Sunday if we push it out even further. It has to be this Sunday.
Oh, excuse me. But wake up. It's been a long day.
It has been.
But yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I feel like no matter what, let's see. But if we don't do a redo of The Last Stand, we should at least be recognized in the hub, maybe like a statue or maybe our names on a wall type situation.
I like the names. I like the memorial wall.
I get you, but for me, I didn't earn it. I don't really want to be there if my character didn't actually go and survive. I'm actually thinking more of we should start with our gear.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
I think we should be allowed to start the first season with the full set of our shit.
Yeah.
And we have that to begin with.
I like that. I would be down.
Which would give us a little bit of an edge. It wouldn't tip over the freaking scales of the game necessarily, because we only have what we can carry on us.
And none of our shit was in perfect condition. It was all patched up.
I think it could be pretty interesting of a little little bump to where 16 of us are already armed to the teeth.
That'd be dope.
I think it could be pretty interesting if we don't get ourselves a last stand. But I mean, we'll find something out.
We'll figure it out.
If we got to make our own little custom thing and make a custom world and do an agents only last stand, we'll figure it out ourselves, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure one way or another.
We'll find out. We'll make it happen.
But speaking of the agency season 10, we have it coming up, guys. We are so excited because so much is coming in. I have been working on the Discord. I know, please bear with me. A lot is changing. I put up all the new reaction roles for your role assignments, your time zone. You can get a look at what the master roles get you. If you are an agent already, please check it out. If you look like that's something you want to do or want to be a little bit more responsible in the safe house you live in, plus they got good perks. You get your own place to live. You get kind of
first dibs on a lot of things.
Stuff. But you think starting with all that gear might be a little OP. Would definitely be interested in maybe a special starter pack. Okay,
I like that. Okay,
in
good happy medium.
In the middle ground, I get you, Kiwi. But before we can get to that, on Wednesday, starting tomorrow, we will be opening the voting process for the directorate. So please, if you are looking, if you want to put your name in the ring, you got to do it tonight. Please get it in ASAP if you are interested. Hey, you know what? Everyone's got to give it a shot. We all rotate these around so that people can get a chance. D&D is running for PR. I believe so is Kiwi. You have myself doing for logistics. We still have no one running for assault. So if anyone wants to put their name in for the running,
Apply.
they should do it now in over down in the election tab or in the chat. Anywhere you want, just let us know. And if you feel like you have an agent in mind who could fit that role, and
You can
they're just
nominate.
maybe a little too shy, or they don't know, no, Director, I can see Tanner, I'm not playing. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, it's just more about taking on responsibilities to make sure that everyone has fun. You know, and so that's where I think the best people should be used. You know, so if you have a certain flair, or you like doing certain, you know, you like making spreadsheets, or if you just really want to play the game, play the game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, let's get on
This is for those people that like to go that little extra steps, and even if you don't want to be like a mainline leader or whatnot, no worries. Become a master role. That's like the next step up.
Yep. You could become a master doctor, a master carpenter, and be like a leader in those fields.
Yeah, and that really will help you out and help out the agency in general.
Oh yeah.
So please, starting Wednesday, we'll have elections. Pretty much, we'll just have probably simple polls.
Yeah.
People who are running unopposed. I mean, that's what happens. You know, but we will at least by Friday have that idea of who is what. Because starting next week, we are going to be we're going to be hitting the ground running, We're going to be kicking the ground running. There. Oh, yeah. We haven't heard that a million times. We got that in speech and debate a lot too, Kiwi.
Yeah.
But yeah, so essentially what we're looking for in season 10 is going to be the Dead Drop Network.
Yeah. So excited.
And I think that's going to help a lot of us be able to have kind of safe house experiences, because building the large safe house when we don't have a large amount of people is tough.
It's so tough.
And we wasted a lot of time building, and not everyone wants to
resources.
build, and everyone wants to do things. Yeah, and resources. And not everyone played the same way, so we feel this is going to be the best way to kind of not only spread out our influence and be everywhere to help anyone, but also to allow players to have that sense of freedom and not necessarily always be, okay, I'm in a faction, I live in a big base.
Right.
And especially, too, if you're one of those independent types and you want to be a safe house leader, sign up, apply for the Dead Drop Network. You do not have to be in the agency to do so, by the way.
You don't.
If you're an ambassador out there, you're deciding to play in a different faction, don't even worry.
Perfect.
You can join the network, have all the same abilities and all the different things that we're trying to move with it straight to your door.
Oh yeah.
Just the limit, as always, is 1 per town or major city, essentially.
Yeah.
Unless you can convince us otherwise. Say if it's
Or
a
that something else is needed.
large enough city. Say if someone's at the very end of LV and you want to be at the checkpoint, we might be able to figure something out.
Right. That kind of makes sense.
But the idea is we do want to limit it to a maximum of 5 for this season. One
to
is
make
we
it
want to make
manageable.
sure that we can fully support these networks, because that's going to be a little crazy if we have so many that we can't really do that.
This is the trial run, so we've got to ease
in. The
in.
goal is that these safe house should have a few members each. Now, if you're a confident player and you can go by yourself, rock on.
Get on it. That's awesome.
You know, that's awesome. You know, Godspeed. But generally speaking, we're going to want to group up for a few people on each one. So that way we are not stretched out too far. But as we grow, you know, if you can get multiple other agents to join in, you can definitely start a new one.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Frank has applied. Now, it was for Lake Ivy. We have to make sure Lake Ivy's going to be in the game. But if it is, that's definitely. But I'm going to be talking with him of any other locations he might be interested in, because I think he would make a great safe house leader nonetheless.
I do.
Wendy's Lover will be running our the one in LV.
Yeah.
So we will be able to not have to worry about it. Let's see. I do think I might do my own safe house, but still be in the faction. Not sure I want to be a Dead Drop, because I can't promise I'd be too semi-solo. Exactly.
And that's not even a problem either.
Nope, that's exactly the plan. It just means, hey, if you see one of the dead drops and you happen to place your safe house nearby, you also know that you'll have a depot nearby without having to drive super far.
Yep, in a safe place.
You could make a request that, like, hey, I'm near this place, can you bring it to this location? And it will be brought there for you.
And as long as you're a contributing member of the faction, you bring supplies, things like that, then you'll also receive the benefits.
Exactly. So it's definitely we're trying a much more open approach, more of a network of us as players.
More free approach.
So that way everyone can kind of find a place for themselves. So we are trying to figure out now, we don't quite know where the HQ is going to be because it's really going to be dependent on where everyone else is planning on going.
Oh, yeah.
Because
and where all the maps are.
Yes. So we're definitely taking a look at how things are going to go from here.
Yeah.
And so we might make some adjustments. So keep an eye out for that as we move forward, guys.
Yep.
But we're definitely differently interested because at least having the blueprint means that wherever we start, we can at least at the first week have a central location for all of you guys to start branching off from.
Oh, that would be so nice.
So that way we can at least get it started and move on from there. So that's going to be the plan. As we will discuss that more in next week episode because we will talk more. Yeah, I mean, the idea is that all the dead drops should be near which is a central location, but the idea is that they are supposed to fan out and be more of kind of like a web.
Yeah.
So it won't mind because our master couriers, or if people want to join in the courier side, there are a lot of kind of extra rewards for those players that are willing to make those runs. Not only just armor for their cars, but other things that we're planning on doing for them.
First dibs on supplies
in the future. So if you're interested in being kind of a delivery person for the faction, we also are looking for someone to join be a master courier.
Yeah, if you like to drive and you like to take out zombies while you're at it, that seems like a great place.
Oh yeah, so there's always some cool options. And again, this is just the new start for us, guys. Yeah. This is all still a work in progress. When we started in season 9, it was just to start off and see what happens, right? We want to see what works, what doesn't, and we learned a lot from the last season, right? And so we learned that some ways that players play and some of the things that players do don't work when we're all grouped together.
Yeah, a big faction, a big safe house isn't always the best, so a spread out faction might be a better option.
And I think we learned too from like the other larger factions, they had multiple bases spread out across the map with
it worked really well for them.
So it really works well, and I think this is going to be a really nice first step for agency and moving forward. So that's why we're really looking forward to who really kind of wants to step up and join into the master roles or safe house leader or the directorate. The fun thing is this is going to really be something where everyone has an opportunity to feel like they're a part of it.
I'm so excited to see who's going to be running, who's gonna be stepping up into those roles so that we can all work together, make a cool experience for season 10.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's still going to be a work in progress. So if any of you guys have any kind of suggestions or questions, please shoot them out to us. Let me know because I'm definitely still working on some finishing touches on the Discord, but there's going to be a lot of work in progress. But the biggest thing to know is that take this time off. If you want to play some of, the live reset, I recommend it.
It's really good.
It's fun because it doesn't matter. You can try out different perk builds.
Yeah.
I recommend making your presets at this time. So that way when you start up, you'll be able to just click it and jump in. Day 1 is crazy, people. You want to be as ready as possible or as fast as possible. But yeah, if not, you know what? Go out and enjoy some other games for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hell, go out and touch grass. Go out and see the outside sun for a few moments. But really, I think, the big thing is take this time because I really think season 10 is going to be the season for the agency. Not in the sense of like the scoreboard or topping the list, but of becoming what really Boo Bam set out for us in the early days of just like reaching out, helping new players, being all over the place, and just kind of keeping the fun on the server and kind of making sure the newer player or the old players don't get super cocky and the new players don't just get ran out because there's nothing for them.
Yeah.
Right? And that's, I think, what we're going to really focus on. And we're going to have a blast. We have a lot of guys coming back next season. We had a lot of you guys get promoted to agents. And a lot of you get promoted to senior agents. So there's a lot of promotions that came out, which I hope you all are happy with the fact that you guys are still with us, because we are excited that you guys will be with us in season 10. And also, as you saw, some of the people who have left the agency for this new season, they're still in the Discord. They're still hanging out with us. So it's definitely just shows that, even if we're not in the same faction, everyone is still here to come together and have fun together.
Oh yeah, we're still friendly. We still love them. So no shade while we're on the server. No, no craziness, except maybe some fake beef if we're trying to be funny about it. But
Right.
let's make sure we call it what it is. Make sure everybody knows it's fake beef. That way we don't send mixed signals
It's
and
vegan
accidentally cause problems. Okay, it's impossible beef.
Impossible beef. That's
Yeah.
really funny. But yeah, so I mean, we definitely have a long road ahead because it's 2 weeks. I mean, I know, but the next episode of You Heard It From Us, we will be discussing a lot of important things. So please make sure if you are an agent, come back by and watch us that episode so we can get any answers that you need, especially for what we're going to be doing, because we are going to have some game plans, and especially with who gets elected into the directorate and kind of seeing who all will be our safe house leaders. That's definitely going to make everything start going really fast, really quick, because I think the server starts back up the 16th. That's around the corner. In other news, if you are in the hardcore server, it starts up this Friday, guys.
Ooh, so excited.
I recommend do some research, do some onlines about making a hardcore character. I should have done that because I fucked the bed last time.
It's tough. Yeah.
D&D's going to be in hardcore.
First time.
So it's going to be awesome. So if you have not gotten in, unfortunately, they have closed it. So you will have to wait till the next season. But that will be coming out soon. So we definitely got to coordinate too. I'll probably create a little separate section for the hardcore server guys. So that way we can also have some fun in that. But I'm down that they're doing it before the season starts so we can really focus in. So I'll be excited to see how long we last with 3 lives. But as
Better
always,
than the last one.
and since we are getting close to the end tonight, we can't not do the hot takes of the season.
Oh, right. I will stick with one of my previous hot takes, and this is relevant because of this whole Melos Tiles thing. The mods that we add to the game to make it cooler and easier should not be installed during the season. It should be at the beginning of the season or not at all until the next season starts, because it causes way too many issues, I think. It's why we got that middle of the season sort of Thanos snap that we're calling it now, that destroyed the morale of the entire server for the remainder, and kind of made the last stand and the lead up to it just kind of very sad. So that's my hot take is I get that everybody wants the kissing mods and all the cuteness, and they want it now, but let's do it at the start of every season. That way it doesn't cause issues, or if it does cause issues, it's at the beginning where it doesn't matter and nobody gets too upset that we need to reset again. Okay. That is me. Okay. Thank you for listening.
I got you. Yeah, I think like a general overall idea of what probably the thing that really grinded my gears, I think was just in a really good summation is just a lack of communication.
Yeah, that's true.
Where it's kind of like in all forms, whether it's, within players, within factions, within the mods, it kind of seems like there's almost like we get moments of too much information and then no information.
Yeah,
and so I
it's
think
real
that
weird.
Inconsistency is what's really pissing people off and what causes a lot of disagreements on the server and in the Discords, right? Yeah. And so it's kind of like, we're trying to find out, obviously everyone wants to know about Last Stand, but it really starts to go radio silent. Like, okay, we're in the 2 weeks of dead zone. Like, why aren't we getting information done? Because obviously we're not done yet. Poor Damocles, I understood he had to wait for almost like a day and a half. That's a lot of waiting when you've been accused of cheating.
Right? A lot of time to machinate and worry.
So it's just like, damn, if only people could pay more attention. And I also say that to some of, us, including ourselves.
Check the Harvest Discord server.
I understand, right? I have a lot of Discord channels as well. Yep. I've muted a lot of them.
It's tough.
The Harvest is one, if you play the server, don't fucking mute it.
Don't.
Check it out. Keep up on those updates.
You can mute individual channels too.
And because a lot of times there's a lot of that information there and we don't even realize it till it's too late.
Yeah. It's important
and I mean, don't get me wrong, they should probably do a better job at making it broadcasted, but at the same time, in this day and age, everybody blocks every message. So if you're not actively looking at the Discord, you are missing out on information and you could only be hurting yourself.
Yeah.
See, like it's like you have to make that effort to kind of go read your daily news on your Discord for the Harvest server.
Treat it like the newspaper.
We are going to try to forward more of that information into the agency Discord, which also goes to say, if you're an agent, please go into the agency Discord. Look at everything that isn't just chat. Pretty soon I'll be posting a little bit more that explains what's going on in the on the Discord server, so you know exactly what to do and where to go. But please also just try to stay in the topic. That way we can also keep it from getting too confusing. Deadlogs, damn, this is an interesting session for me. I am learning a lot about games and servers.
Right? I hope so, guys. This is interesting.
It is interesting, you know, and again, it's a 100-person server in a game that's supposed to max out at 32.
Yeah.
That says a lot, right? So we are pushing a lot of work onto the server. So I don't blame them or Indifferent Broccoli or whatever the server...
Indifferent Broccoli,
whatever the server host is.
Yep.
I am trying to work on it. So I will eventually be able to, I'm trying to create an RSS feed that'll cross it over as well. So I'm learning a lot about Discords at this point, and we're going to get that up as we go.
Yep. Your suggestion has been noted, agent.
Noted and filed. But yeah, I think really, I think my biggest thing, and the thing that I'm going to push for everyone, not only in the server, but also in our faction, especially taking the mantle of the director this season, is communication. Communication.
Talk.
I'm going to murder you guys in communication. I want to try to be available. You can at me anytime. It does not matter. Carlbot we have. Go ahead and at me. Let me know, and I will try to get as best I can to all you guys. I want to ensure that Season 10 is a blast for all of us. Let's go out and find some other players out there that also want to play. And remember, we're looking for all kinds of things. If they want to come and have a cheesy voice and play on the radio and hang out, we got that. They want to come kill hella Zeds, we got that. If they want to just kind of, hang out and base and talk, hell yeah, we got that. Can no, because you can get to me probably even quicker on Discord.
Yeah, how about let's stick to Discord?
I'm one of those people that doesn't even like using my phone as a phone, so Discord's a better way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the point will be, we're definitely looking forward to a great next season because no matter what, we're there to have fun. And honestly, we have so much fun when it's all of us together anyway. So that's the biggest thing is we just all got to stick together. We all know what's up. We all know that we are, here to have fun. We're here to enjoy ourselves, and we're going to do it. And that's the biggest thing. And I want to make sure that every single one of you guys has a blast this next season.
Absolutely.
I got plans. I'm hoping whoever has stepped up to become a directorate member also has plans because I'm giddy to see who's going to be working with me.
Got the concepts of plans.
I'm already excited for the safe house leaders as well because they've already come out with great ideas. Frank's safe house sounds awesome. Wendy's Lovers safe house sounds awesome. There's going to be some dope stuff. But yeah, speaking of that, we will probably be doing a RAF co-stream on Thursday. Thursday after the show, guys. So we're going to do the show at 7, and then we're going to jump straight into a RAF stream for the rest of the night. We're going to have a blast. So that means we have the show at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we'll literally end the show and jump right into Raft after that. So definitely look forward to being able to play with everyone. And we're looking to maybe have some fun on Sunday. We don't know for sure, but we will give you guys an update. We have to figure out what our schedule looks like. It's rare because if we have the last stand, we're going to be doing that. If not, we will figure out something else so that we can have some fun with everyone. Because these Sunday fun days,
they're exciting.
They're fun as hell playing with everybody online.
It was awesome.
But yeah, so if there's anything left, is there any last questions, comments, rages, any kind of tea you might have, this is pretty much it for the end of season 9. At the end of the day, I just want to thank Boo Bam, the director, you guys that started. I kind of came up with the idea of the directorate, so it's very new. Not really people knew what was going on. I probably could have done a better job explaining it, but everyone did a great job in kind of that first experiment. It's a lot to take on, and you guys did great. So I think there's a lot of lot of room for improvement on all of us, and I think a lot of people are ready to take on the mantle of directorate.
Yep.
And or safe house leader or a master of a craft.
Yep.
And kind of show what we see in you guys this last season to have you guys join us. Start showing that to everyone else in the server and start really repping that agent badge.
Yeah, let's put our best foot forward out there. Let's help new agents. Let's help even the older people on the server who've been around for a while.
Sometimes not Frank old, but regular old. Regular playing old.
Yeah. With a lot of experience. Let's help them out too, because sometimes they need help.
Yeah, I know.
But that's a wrap for this week's mission report. Big thanks to everyone who tuned in, sent in their stories, and survived another wild session or season.
Same difference.
Yeah.
But if you got clips, questions, or theories that you want to talk about next week, email us at eguilettg@gmail.com or drop them in our Discord.
And remember, trust no one, watch your corners, and always bring snacks.
Well, we'll see you next stream, same time, same channel. Until then, stay nerdy, stay safe, and as always
protect the fun.
Welcome,
Christina.
I don't know how to do the hand things crippled. But yeah, we were just getting ready to leave, but thank you for showing, Tani.
Thank you so much. Gotcha.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.